Welcome to the HUMANHOOD Dancers Training Program. I am very happy and grateful that you have decided to join us in this journey, and it's going to be amazing. I know that already. The first thing that I want to share with you is that take this experience as a journey. What does that mean? That the same way where you travel, you take a trip, or you have an adventure, you have the journey, and in the journey there are highs and there's lows, and there is like caves and there is like open air spaces. This is a little bit what is going to feel in this journey. So not always going to be a high, and sometimes there are going to be some challengers. So my aim for these sessions that we're going to have together through these pre-recorded videos is that you get the support system necessary for you to get the most out of this program. First thing, I'm going to explain a little bit what the program is about, and then we're going to go deep into what is the background mindset, the background state of being that's going to make the most out of this journey for you. So the program is 3 months, and you have access to it for 6 months. And every Sunday you're gonna have a session either with Rudi or with 2 of our dancers. So if you cannot make it to all the live sessions, that's okay. I would recommend as much as possible, try to be present to the sessions with Rudi. Why? Because you can ask him questions. Literally, we want this program to be very, very interactive. So at the end of the session or throughout the session, or when Rudi of the dancers ask, hey, do you have a question? Now is the time. Even at the beginning of the sessions, I know Rudi does that. Just hold your hand up, or just unmute yourself and be very open to share your insight, your questions, things that you want to ask. This is going to be very important because a lot of time the mind sometimes gets in the way, and when we ask, we actually allow a space and a time for our mind to receive the answer, or to at least be directed in a way that it can find the answer itself within our own body. So be active, be inquisitive, and share your questions. I think everyone is gonna really take the most out of it. The other thing is that the space that you have within your own house, the space that you dedicate yourself to take this program, I'll say that you don't need to have a lot of space. It doesn't really matter. Like the repertoire that we have picked actually is not like a big movie repertoire. It's a little bit more of like understanding and feeling and sensing, a little bit more the articulation within your own landscape, within your own body, within your own space. But what I would say is that even if you travel around like we do, and sometimes you're going to see the dancers in different locations, Rudi in different locations, when you prepare the space, try to really bring the intention of like, this is a sacred space. This is a space where I am going to try new things, where I am going to dive into the unknown. It's a safe space. And you can do that with your own intention. We're going to do something at the end of this session so you can prepare for all the sessions that you will have within this program. Why I say this? Because even in our company, and I say even, but actually it's one of the foundations for our company and our work. When Rudi and myself used to work together, I mean, we still work together, but when it was only the 2 of us in the studio, we took a lot of care and attention in how we set the space. We keep doing this when we go to theaters. So even like bringing crystals or incense, or even putting our intention out there of what is the space that we want to create for us to feel safe, to innovate, to be creative, to think outside the box, to do things with the body that we've never done before, to even fall over and again and be okay with that and feel supported with that. And this is what we have created now with our company of dancers, and this is what I want to transmit to you. So you also have a space for yourself that is a space for investigation, for research, for like failing and then succeeding and then trying out new thing and then falling over, and then the body knows and learns something new. So it's a space where the unknown is welcome. So yes, we'll do something at the end, but have that in mind, that intention of that space where I feel safe to go beyond what I know, to go beyond what my body knows. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you, and again, it goes back to the time when Rudi and myself started, and we spent many hours in the studio by ourselves, just discovering, trying. We were literally like a ping pong, sort of like I was going and then he was going, and I was moving and he was moving, and then he was creating something and then I was creating something. And what really allows us to grow into who we are now is the support that we got from each other. The support that we got from each other doesn't mean that you always say, wow, this is amazing, keep going. Actually, most of the time was like, here you still do the same, here you still do the same movement. Here, that reminds me of someone else that doesn't feel like you. What is really you? What is your movement? What is your uniqueness? And a lot of the time what we had to do is actually undo some of the styles that were ingrained in our body. And through this program, a lot of the time it's going to be about you finding your own unique way of movement. This is what humanhood is about. Yes, you might see that there's a quality. There's a quality to the work we create. There's a quality to the movement that we express through our physicality. There's a quality to the state of mind, to our presence when we perform and when we share the work. But this quality flourishes once you have found your core, which is the freedom, your free expression to move the way your body wants to move the way it is organic for your body to move. So when you set the intention of the space, that sacred space where you feel safe, is also a space where you can come back to your own core and your own center. So you will be going both ways. One, towards the unknown, beyond what you know of yourself. And at the same time, you're going to go deeper into the core of who you are, being more truthful to your expression of movement and being more anchored into your uniqueness. Yeah, so that's why it's both directions. And then the last thing is that I know that there is many different people with many different backgrounds from all over the world in this program. So I want to just give a little bit of a general advice for the different groups. I'll say there are like mainly two groups. Those of you who are professional dancers, vocational dancers, so you have like a training in dance and you're looking forward to have a dance career, or you already have a dance career. And for those of you who are sort of like in this category, let's call it, I want you to start this program like you know nothing about dance. And that's the beauty of the work we do. Every time when we come to the studio, I try to forget I'm a dancer, like a trained dancer. And I try to connect to the passion and the love for movement, for pure movement, without having to call it a dance, even a great dance or a cool dance or dynamic dance. Pure movement, pure expression, pure flow. So although you have all this background with you and your body knows it, you don't even have to remember because it is in your body. When you come here into this sacred space that you share with us through the screen, but also energetically beyond the screen, who are you when you express yourself without any remembrance in your mind of who you need to be or who you are or how you need to express yourself. So every day when we join together in this program, in these sessions, see if you can go to your body like you are discovering something for the first time. And maybe you have heard this before, but now I'm asking you to really, really dig into it and really, really apply it. Discovering your body for the first time means that you don't have any expectations of how it's gonna feel like, or how it's gonna look like, or how it's gonna learn, how fast it's gonna learn the rep. All this is sort of out of your mind, and you can allow the body to have the safe space to express as it's the first time it's ever been dancing, moving. Now, anytime that you feel yourself, oh, I'm going back to the way I used to dance. Okay, I'm now here, I see myself, I'm dancing, I'm doing what I always know how to do. This moment, I'll say, take the initiative, ask a question to your tutors, to the dancers or to Rudi. Ask a question, because they will look at you, especially Rudi, he will look at you and he will say, this is where your body has a tendency to flow back into that pattern. So what we're doing in this course is that we are also like, it's not like breaking patterns. In fact, it's like creating new patterns, new configurations that create new things within your own body. And the thing that when you change your body, you're also changing your mind, and you're also changing how you express yourself in life beyond the studio. So yes, I invite you to share all these questions as we go along, and know that this is the aim for you. The aim for you is to tune into your body as if it's the first time you're experiencing the movement of your body. The first time you're experiencing the movement of your body. And I would say this is for everyone. So also those of you here who are not trained dancers, professional dancers, vocational dancers, but you are cosmic dancers. All of us are cosmic dancers. Again, the same. Tune into your body like it's the first time you're meeting your body, and it's the first time you're dancing with your body and you're moving your body. Now there is a part of the program, of the sessions, the last part, that is about the repertoire. And in the repertoire, there are counts, there are directions, there are a lot of precision and detail. But that's part of the journey. At the beginning, when I was saying, take this as a journey, there's highs and lows and caves and open air and fields and beautiful waterfalls. So you're not only going to discover this within the program, but you're also going to discover this within yourself, within your own physicality, within your own learning process. And so in the last part of the session, when it's about the repertoire, I want you to focus more on how I am taking into that information, as opposed to how I'm actually applying it and how well it is being executed. So it's more about what is your state as you are taking in the information, and then also what is your state as you're flowing with it and expressing it out. Now, we have been doing this work for more than 10 years now, and it has completely changed our physicality and the way our body moves through time and space. What we are interested as artists, mainly as dancers for this part, is longevity. So we see ourselves dancing, moving our bodies until the day we die. And so the movement of our body needs to be efficient and needs to be organic. Then we're also interested about unique expression. So what's the most conducive movement practice for you to express your own uniqueness. And then it's about the connection. So what is that movement that is efficient, organic, that is conducive for your uniqueness, and that at the same time connects you with something larger, connects you with the power within, connects you with what moves you, what breathes you. And so a lot of the time, and you're going to see throughout the whole program, and we keep saying this over and over again to all of our dancers and to ourselves, is to arrive to a state where you don't make the movement. Because when you make the movement, there's a limit to what you can make, because there's a limit to the way you think and those patterns in which you live and think and feel. And so instead of that, when you allow yourself to be moved, and you can imagine that to be anything, like the currents at the bottom of the ocean, or the wind moving the tree, or the breath moving your lungs, or the gravity moving the planets. It can be anything, or even love moving people. When you allow yourself to be moved, you open yourself to all possibilities. It's not anymore about what you expect or what you think is possible or how you see yourself moving or how is your pattern. Instead, you go to a place of listening and you open yourself to all possibilities. So as you are being moved, you also surprise yourself. We get surprised of the way I moved, or the way Rudi moves, or the way our dancers move. It's like, I never see you doing that before, I never saw you that before. And tap into and expand the creativity within your own mind. That's how you keep young. So finding that state where you receive the movement of the cosmos and then you express it. And this can be done either through the movement practice or through the rep or through anything. Even when you learn the rep, have that feeling that, okay, now that I know it, at the beginning there's going to be that challenge, right, of something new, and I need to put my body in a certain position, and I need to bring more like that direction and clarity now. When my body has integrated, can I then bring in the feeling, the state of being through which I feel the movement is happening to and through me, and I get to express that and I get to flow that? Because you're gonna feel that the beginnings of the sessions are about that. The whole point of the beginning of the sessions is about putting first your state of mind into a place where you are listening with your whole body. And then opening all the joints, opening all the atoms, all the matter of your body to receive the movement. And feel into the space of your own body, and then connect that space to the whole space of the universe, and then let that flow. So that's the main aim of the first part of the session. And as we move through, it's going to be more like the energetic and the anatomical, sort of like a yin yang, or like the circle I have here. They sort of like come together, because as you ground yourself energetically deeper into the earth, your whole skeletal system needs to adjust and to find the buoyancy for it to flow down without holding. There's something that happens physically, energetically, emotionally, all the way down, and mentally too. So the first part of the session is going to put you into that state of being. Now, in the repertoire, keep that state of being. Try to keep it all the way into the repertoire. Feel the challenge at the beginning of what it is to learn something new. And then once it's integrated in your body, then allow that flow again. That feeling of I'm being moved into the repertoire. The last thing I want to say for this session is that have fun. have fun and play. This is the most important thing for us in the studio. If we are not having fun, if we are not playing this, then why are we doing it? Why are we even doing it, right? So, Rudi always say, we are masters at falling over. And I'm not gonna say here why. Let's discover it throughout the program. But the truth is, like, when we are kids, we're constantly risking. We're constantly risking what we know for something greater. We're constantly risking how we move for something greater. We're constantly risking even our lives for something greater. And so, in this program, how can you bring yourself into it with all your curiosity, your creativity, and your risk-taking? When you move, when you learn something new, when you're feeling into your body, can you reconnect to that curiosity of learning something new, of what I was saying at the beginning about moving your body like it was the first day you got in contact with it and you got to move with it and through it.